Okay, I'm currently trying to see if I'm currently live. I have my phone set up to see if I'm actually live or not. Let me see. And I am live. So, first of all, this live is probably going to be all over the freaking place. I did announce it on my Instagram, and I honestly didn't want anybody to show up to my first freaking live because I have I have some sort of direction where I wanted to take the live event, but more than anything, I know it's probably going to be all over the place, but I just wanted to document my very, very own first live broadcast to YouTube, and I'm super, super freaking pumped. So, with that being said, welcome to the first episode of Nomas Podcast Live.
Welcome to Nomas Podcast Live, where we will react to videos, talk about current trending events, and possibly one or two conspiracies. So let's sit back, relax, and let's chat.
Nomas!
We're freaking live. I can't believe this. Honestly, believe it or not, this was a freaking dream of mine. Even though I have the podcast right next to me, this is where I record all my podcasts. But believe it or not, I've always wanted to go live. I did some sort of practice when I was in high school. I don't know if you guys ever had that whole like high school news where people they would gather up a couple students from different classes, and you would either be the talent in front of the camera or be directing it. And I remember for some reason, it's a core memory in my mind that I was the one switching off cameras back and forth, and I would be able to put like different titles on top of the screen, and that stuck to me. That stuck to me so much, and for some reason, it almost feels like deja vu. So I don't know if I'm meant to do this or not, or maybe I'm just supposed to be the guy clicking the buttons. Long story short, we're freaking live, and I do see Chris. Chris, thank you, bro. Thank you for everything. I did take a couple notes that I wanted to mention. And one of my first notes is I want to give a huge shout out to Chris from a live studio. If it wasn't for Chris, I wouldn't be doing this right now. Just keep in mind when Chris first came into the podcast, this was maybe like a year back ago. I'm so bad with dates, but long story short, he had tried to sell me on, not sell me, but he was trying to promote me like, hey, you should get into live podcast, and because it's going to save you so much time. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I have my own ways, right? Long story short, for some reason, we get together again, and he shows me once again the procedure on how to do everything again, and it just, for some reason, this time it freaking clicked. It clicked, and as soon as we were done talking, I freaking bought another monitor. I actually had the monitor. I bought a camera that I can be live streaming to. I bought the freaking software Ecamm. I'm currently using Ecamm for live. I have my little switcher here. I bought everything that I needed to make this happen right now. And I guess long story short, I guess you can call this, it's one of those things that at times people can give you advice, but it's not going to click until it's your time for that chapter in your life to actually happen, right? And yeah, and it finally clicked to me. Now, this is the whole goal when it comes down to with live, broadcasting through live streams, right? Because now I have the opportunity, in case there's something currently trending that I want to put on the social media, I can easily just come and sit in front of the camera and freaking hit live, and I'm freaking live, right? And I can be pumping out different content all over the place. I see you, Joanna. Thank you for stopping by. I don't feel nervous no more. I might still be all over the place, but yeah, I feel good. And I'm actually going to be trying something right now. Let me see if I can bring up one of the comments on screen, and I can. Oh shit, I think I messed something up. So let me know if you guys can see the comment on the screen, but it says, my high school was too broke for that. I always thought that was just for the movies. No, well, I did end up going to San Diego High, so it was actually one of the freaking, it was quite ghetto, to be honest, but I guess we had the budget to do that. Now, I don't know how to take that freaking comment back. Okay, there we go. I learned something freaking new. So I can bring up comments onto the screen and we can have a conversation. With that being said, that's the whole purpose that I wanted to do live streams with, right? I wanted to be able to communicate with you guys. It might be all over the freaking place, but at the end of the day, I want to be doing live streams so I can interact with the people that might not be local in San Diego, that we can have a conversation. If there's current trending events, we can chat. Now, something else that I'm going to be bringing onto the live stream is that I am going to be having a live hotline that you guys can call in. It's actually live right now. You guys call in right now. Like, I'll hear the freaking phone ring and we can connect and you guys can actually freaking listen in and be part of the show. So that's my main goal, that whatever we're talking, I have a live audience calling in and discussing these different topics. I want the live streams not necessarily to be all over the place, but I want it to be that this is a freaking community that we can all gather, share thoughts, have fun together. And yeah, I want structure, but I want structure, right? But at the same time, I don't want structure with these. I want just to be all over the place, structurized in a sense. So once again, if we react to something, you guys are going to have this number. I'm not going to leave it throughout the whole podcast. I want the first ones to have it. It's you guys. Eventually, I might only give the number to specific people. I still don't know, but yeah, that's a current plan. I want to create that interaction with you guys. So yeah, this is the hotline. It's always going to be in the description of my videos. In case we have a live event, you guys can always call in and be part of the Nomas community. Long story short, if you guys are not currently subscribed, subscribe to the channel right now. I think I put it for only subscribers to be able to comment on the comment section. However, we have a podcast every freaking Wednesday at 6 p.m. and these lives are going to be separate episodes from the actual podcast. So these live streams are going to be separate. I still don't know exactly when I'm going to be dropping these lives or when I'm going to be live streaming. I kind of want to have it a set time and day. For instance, maybe every Sunday, or if you guys can give me some advice, please let me know. Because I want to be able to, like I said, I want to be able to communicate with you guys. Obviously, I want to do trending events. One, because obviously, so YouTube can push my content out there. But at the same time, I want to make sure that you guys can know that, hey, I know every freaking Friday or every Sunday, Angel's going to go live or Nomas is going to go live, and then we're able to chat. So if you guys have an idea of when I should be uploading or live streaming, let me know. Otherwise, it might just be all over the place and you guys will get the notification. With that being said, if you guys don't have the notifications on, please hit obviously subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you guys can be notified when I go live. And by the way, I might be looking down at the screen, but I have my camera here, so I'm just getting used to talking to the camera, but I see all my stuff down below, so that's the reason why I'm probably looking down right now. So eventually I might switch up the way I have my camera arranged. And yeah, I'll have everything like set up good, and I'll probably have to rewatch it again and take some notes. That's something that I've always said, that I'm so thankful for the podcast, because I've been able to study myself, get better at least trying to get better at public speaking, trying to get better at holding a conversation. So many different things that I highly recommend you guys. If you guys are not trying to have a podcast, but I strongly recommend you guys record yourself talking, interacting with people, because you're going to learn so much about yourself. And another note, if you guys are currently watching this and if you guys thinking, oh, Angel's doing such a great job or whatnot, I've been practicing for the past 2 weeks, obviously trying to get the different keypads in place and all the different, like, understanding the software. But for the past week, I'm like, what the heck am I going to be talking about, right? So I didn't really know. So I took a few notes, and I've been not necessarily rehearsing, because all of this I just been like speaking off my mind, and this is another thing too that I want to get better at. Speaking just from what my mind is currently thinking, and being able to elaborate and deliver a message. Believe it or not, some people are natural, but some people struggle with that. And I feel like I want to practice that and get better at my speaking and delivering messages. Another thing too, by the way, this is just me kind of going down my list so you guys can understand the behind the scenes that I've been practicing a little bit, so that way I didn't come up into this live stream unprepared, I guess you can say. I still need to fine tune a couple of things. There's still probably going to be some mistakes, but it's not like I didn't hop on this like cold turkey. So just so you guys know that if you guys see a good product out there, just know that there was a little bit of practice going on. That way, if in case you guys ever want to do that, you guys don't feel that you guys are not talented enough. All of you guys were meant for greatness. So another strategy why I wanted to do this whole live stream is because technically, as soon as I hit stop or finish live streaming, this episode is going to be live on YouTube. And from this point, something else that I was speaking with Chris about from a live studio is that as soon as this live stream stops, the recording is going to go directly into my G drive. And the amazing part about this is that as soon as I'm done with this live stream, my editors, I have two current editors, that one helps me with thumbnails, another one helps me with longer clips, with trailers. I have my other boy that helps me out with the reels, the ones that you guys see on TikTok and Instagram, right? So now instead of me uploading anything, taking the memory cards off and putting it into the computer, the external hard drives, and now all of that, it's automated. As soon as I hit done or finish, all of that is going to be automatically into my G drive. They're able to download that file and start doing their thing without me doing anything. And for me, that's such a freaking like time saver. And I'm just beyond excited for this method. But yeah, if you guys are, if there's somebody currently watching, I know I saw Chris and Joanna like hop on. I do see that LOL. I don't know why Joanna is laughing, but Joanna, thank you for always supporting. And she's actually with SD Ink Studio, so she helps me out quite a lot when it comes down to just promoting my page and helping me with sponsoring the podcast. So thank you, Joanna, for always supporting. But if there's somebody else that's on the chat, if you guys want to comment something, how the camera's looking, how everything is sounding, please let me know. This is currently my background. I kind of like this background, that it kind of gives you some sort of ambiance. I've never really used that word before, but it gives me that feeling of like just the chill vibes, and that's how I want this live to be. But what else? So yeah, I pretty much talked about why I wanted to do this live stream, and it's just because of that. It makes it so much freaking simpler just sitting in front of my computer if I need to look something up, and I'm going to be freaking live, right? It's going to save me so much time. It is another learning curve, but I'm super excited to do this. So I don't see any more comments here. I'm not sure who else is watching, but there's times, it's crazy that I just recently saw a post. I saw a post that this guy discovered somebody through YouTube, and I think this other guy's YouTube page, I saw this other guy's YouTube page, supposedly, I think he only had like 6 views, but you never know out of those 6 views who's watching you, right? Because it might that 6 person viewing you can change your whole life, right? So never get discouraged because of those 6 views. Can be somebody there that can completely change your life completely. Now I do see some more people coming in, and Julian, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for joining me. This is another person that has freaking supported me. Man, thank you, Julian. Honestly, if it wasn't for people like you, like Joanna, like Chris, I see somebody else, I'll bring you up right now. If it wasn't for you guys supporting me, like, dude, I wouldn't be all of this. And it's just crazy to get like 5 views, 10 views. Some I think the biggest number I've received on a podcast so far has been like 5.5 thousand views. So we're getting there. But yeah, honestly, Julian, thank you. You're a big part of why I continue going, and I've told you multiple times. But and shout out to your wife as well. I appreciate you. Sorry that you had to drag her on this, bro. But thank you, Annabelle. Thank you, and sorry if Julian has to drag you onto these podcasts that I do weekly. But at least Julian, I think Julian enjoys them. But I see another person here that supports me a lot, bro. I've never understood what your name fucking means. Yak. Setup looks like you're just a chill guy. I am just a chill guy, bro. I'm just doing chill things, you know. But real name is Damian. He was actually, sorry if I'm blowing your cover, bro, but he was one of the first people calling into the podcast. So shout out to you, bro. I know you've watched. Actually, Damian here. I don't know if I'm messing up. Yak. Yeah, he's bro. If there's somebody that pays attention to everything that I do, it's this guy right here. He there's times when I'm like, I say certain things and he'll be like, oh, but you said this in episode X number, right? He'll mention things from way back then. I'm like, what the heck? How the heck do you remember that? And there's things that I forget myself that Mr. Damian has reminded me of doing. But thank you, bro. I really, really appreciate you guys. And at the end of the day, like I mentioned, it's I just want to build a community. So if you guys have any special days, or not special days, but any days that I should be going live, or any in the evenings, I can't do mornings. I'm gonna go back to work not tomorrow, next week. But if you guys have any days that we can all interact as a community and share different things, so like, oh, have you looked into this, and just start different things, let me know, because I really want to do this mainly for you guys, and so we can just chill. I was also talking to I forgot who I was talking to, right? But bro, my signal's going out. I forgot who I was talking about, right? But I want to create a community that sorry, I'm looking at my screen. Are you guys seeing everything good? Because I'm looking at everything good. But it's saying that his signal is going out. It looks like everything's going good from my end, but we'll see. But I was telling, I think I mentioned it to my cousin Julian, as a matter of fact. But is that I want to have that community before people, maybe because we're older, right? But I miss that bonding with people. I miss that just gathering together and just having these deep conversations, maybe in bonfires or things like that. Okay, so I think somebody's saying that my internet speed is going down for some reason. So let me see. Okay, so maybe something is getting choppy. I'm getting here, but we'll see. I'll just continue going, and we'll see how this goes. Let me know if you guys are still like struggling with my signal. Everything looks good from my end, but let me know. But yeah, I miss that community feeling. So I hope that we're able to start this eventually. With that being said, I do have a couple of videos that I wanted to react to. And yeah, I guess we can start off with that. It's saying it got a little choppy for a second, but I think everything is good now. I think, because I'm looking at my phone screen right now. Yeah, I think everything is good. So we'll see. But first video that I wanted to react to is I guess this is something that it's been going on quite a bit, and I know it's a part of growing with the internet, with the AI, and even though that AI is so helpful not only for myself, but for everybody in the internet, right? There is some scary aspects of it, and just keep in mind that all the AI software currently right now, it's just the very, very beginning of what's to come, to be honest. And I wanted to showcase. Sorry, I'm reading in my comments. I guess I'm good now. But I wanted to showcase what Mark Zuckerberg just mentioned, what's to come with, I think it's with Meta, I think either Facebook and Instagram. So I'll pull this up. I think eventually what Mark Zuckerberg is trying to do is that he's trying to make that all the different reels get automated into dubbed, right? So let's say, for instance, if you upload on in Spanish, eventually just right away that piece of content, it's going to get dubbed into English, into other languages. So it sounds cool because the first thing that I thought is like, okay, so now I'm going to have a greater reach to another, maybe across the world. They're going to be able to see my content, and it's cool. But I also started reading the comments, and it caught my attention. So I wanted to see what do you guys think as well, and what the people in the comment section are currently thinking and saying about this. So let me pull that up right now, and we'll take it from there.
Experimenting with automatic video dubbing on Reels, starting with English and Spanish. So this is going to be a way that you can see more of the content that's out there no matter what language you speak. And as a creator, this is going to let you reach a lot more people around the world no matter what language you speak. So now you're going to be able to take your content and it's going to be in your authentic voice, speaking other languages if you want. And we're also doing automatic lip syncing, so that way it actually looks like you are speaking the other language. So let's check this one out.
De coco, banana y dulce de leche. Esta receta fue una de las primeras que subí a la...
I have to mute it right now, but you guys saw that it started with Spanish.
Más deliciosa.
And then
With
automatically
coconut,
gets
banana, and
translated
dulce
to
de
English.
leche. This recipe was one of the first ones I uploaded to social media. A little while ago, I rediscovered...
So automatically it got dubbed into English without like anybody having to do anything.
We are experimenting with automatic video dub.
Okay, so first thing first, I was like, man, this is freaking dope, right? This is freaking dope. But the different things and different possibilities that can happen with AI, it's just they're freaking endless. And this is what a couple people were saying in the comment section right now. So there's this person, I guess the person that uploaded this. How do you guys feel about this? And they said this Motor City Wax, so reels won't be real. So yeah, and this person is like, oh hell no, I just finished the course on AI and we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg when it comes to AI's capabilities. With the world being such an evil place, it's honestly kind of scary. And to be quite frank with that, it is, right? Why? Because imagine the current scams right now that are happening with just cloning somebody's voice, right? For instance, if you clone somebody's voice, people have been able to get other people's credit card information, and a lot of people have gotten scammed over the phone. Now imagine if somebody, because when you sign up to all these different applications on social media, you're literally giving away all your rights, right? Your persona. So now let's say if somebody can use that same technology, and now to modern times, they're not only going to be having access to your voice, but now they can literally clone you, use your video, do FaceTimes, and even use a different language and scam people with your persona. So, and just to take it further, maybe even influencers now or people that do content creating, maybe all they're gonna have to do is sell their AI image of themselves, and then companies are gonna be just using that image of this person, and in reality they don't need the actual person anymore to do anything, because now they're gonna have full access to this person's, the way they look, the way they sound, their personality, so on and so forth, right? So it can be pretty scary when you start looking at it in that way, and just keep in mind, this is only the beginning of AI. So let's see what else people were saying about this. I can already smell the problem. In order to do this, you give up permission to Meta to do whatever they want with your voice. Not only your voice, right? As we saw, it's cloning your whole freaking lip sync to whatever you're saying in a whole different language. So it's not only your voice. We are the product. Yep, we are going to be the product technically. What's next? Auto-correcting our content to suit your interest. Now, this piece of this comment right here caught my attention a lot, right? Because honestly, right now, you guys see that a lot of this censorship is going on. So let's say if social media platforms don't like what you're saying, so they can technically take whatever you said and fix it in a way that they publish it out there in their own way. So now, since we're giving out our rights, at the end of the day, they can do whatever they want. They can even probably change what we said, right? So that one in particular caught my attention a lot. What's next? Auto-correcting our content to suit your interests. Crazy. So just be careful with that. So because like we said in the beginning, it's only the beginning of AI, and who knows what's to come. Honestly, I'm the type of person that I kind of wish that we could go back to the modern days. Just the simple days. I feel like simple days back in the days, I feel like an older person now, but I feel like back in the days was a more chill day. Enjoy your day without having to like be bombarded with information. But I guess this is the way that it's supposed to happen, and I'm a strong believer that everything that's been put out in the movies will eventually come into fruition. Look at freaking RoboCop and all those different movies out there, right? That we get presented with. So who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, this one in particular caught my attention. Let me know if you guys have any comments with that first video that we reacted to. If not, if you guys want to call in right now for this one, let me know, and you guys can call in. If not, we can wait till the end, or maybe no calls at all. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, that was the first video that I wanted to react to. And so there's, with that being said, there's, moving on with that, right? There's this other video that I saw that AI is already evolving to what we currently have, right? And this one in particular, it's even getting to that point that's getting scarier. So let's look at that one.
Like airline tickets.
And also keep in mind, Kroger's not the only one.
Kroger is Fred
I think it's, let me see, I had it all freaking planned out correctly, but let me see if I have it. All right, here.
And has the ability to overtake all of us, there's a few milestones it has to hit. The first step is CAPTCHAs.
When OpenAI developed GPT-4, they wanted to test what this thing can do. So they gave it a test to solve CAPTCHA puzzles.
So I'm not sure if you guys have seen that in the past, right? That now whenever you go into websites, it always asks you like, hey, type this code to make sure that you are a human being, or that it's not like some sort of scammer or whatnot. So it gives you this code that you have to pretty much descript and put it in there. But pay attention to what it says now.
So you know, when you sign into a website, sometimes it gives you a CAPTCHA. It's like a bunch of letters and numbers, and they're all kind of squiggled.
And the website wants to know if you're a human or a robot.
Because robots aren't able to figure it out.
And block the robots.
Yeah, AI can beat those now.
Let me
So apparently AI is now able to freaking, they figure something out crazy, that now AI within themselves, they can figure out those codes, but the way they figured it out, it's crazy. So it gets me even thinking of the capabilities that they have a mind within itself to figure things out and break certain codes out there like this one. So take a look.
tell you just one small story about what the new generation of AI can do.
And it's not just beating CAPTCHAs. Listen to how it did it for the first time.
Now, GPT-4 could not solve by itself the CAPTCHA puzzle.
And how AI learned to manipulate humans to do it.
What it did, it accessed a web page where you can hire humans to do.
So I'm not sure if you guys can hear the audio good, but it hired a human being to solve it for them.
jobs for you, TaskRabbit, and it asked a human worker, please solve the CAPTCHA puzzle for me. Now, this is the interesting point.
So it literally messaged somebody like, can you solve this for me? And I think it said something along the lines that, hey, I'm a blind person and I need your help.
The human got suspicious. It asked GPT-4, why do we need somebody to do this for you? What, are you a robot? And then GPT-4 told the human, no, I'm not a robot. I have a vision impairment. So
it told the person that he was freaking blind, that he can really see good, and that needed help.
I can't see the CAPTCHA puzzles. This is why I need help. And the human was duped and did it for it. So it is already able not just to invent things, it's also able to manipulate people.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Freaking mind-blowing, right? So, and like we said at the very beginning, this is only the beginning of AI. So imagine if they're already figuring out ways to break these codes and get into different websites. Who knows what the freaking future has in store for us, right? But yeah, just all of this just caught my attention with Mark said about what's to come with Meta and AI. Freaking mind-blowing. Like I said, I wish that we can go into just the more simple days to just easier days, as you can see back then. Let's see what Julian has to say. Damn, AI is manipulating people. Yeah, it's freaking insane, bro. I don't know. Like, I like AI. As a matter of fact, I have used AI and ChatGPT. What is it called? ChatGPT-4. I might be messing it up, but I have the AI to help me out at times. And so far, when I've gone to AI, it remembers all of our past conversations, everything that we've talked in the past, and it's remembered. I've even told him that I was going live, and he said, "Okay, you got this. I'm here to help you out." And let's see what it comes up with. So here, let me go to my chat real quick, and let's see what he says. Hey, what's going on, Nomas chat? I'm currently live right now. I just wanted to showcase to my audience right now, if you remember all of our past conversations that got us to our very first episode 1 of live streaming.
What's up? Great to be with you live. Absolutely. I remember our journey to this very first live stream. We've been building towards this moment for a while now, from brainstorming the structure for your live streams, refining your content, talking about reactions, and even dialing in your audio to make sure everything sounds perfect. You've put a lot of effort into this, and now it's happening. How's it feel to finally go live?
It feels amazing, but can you tell the audience some of the things that we kind of used and talked about before I actually went live? Can you mention some of those topics that we mentioned?
For sure. So before going live, we talked about a lot of key things. First off, we planned the structure for the live stream, which includes an intro, main content, interactivity with the audience, and a wrap-up. We also went over how to handle video reactions, like how I could provide input on videos or current events you're reacting to. Another thing we discussed was audio, making sure you don't peak and that everything sounds crystal clear. We even talked about how you were going to test everything before going live to make sure it was dialed in. Oh, and we also worked out the concept of bringing me into the stream for additional insights, which is something you're doing right now. Plus, we brainstormed the kind of content you wanted to focus on, things like trending topics and viral videos, and how to capitalize on social media algorithms by clipping content for platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. It's been a pretty epic build-up to get here, and now you're live, bringing it all to life. How's everything feeling now that you're in the moment?
It feels amazing, to be honest. Like I mentioned before, I took 2 shots, so I feel great right now. And honestly, with your help, it's even better. Somebody in the comment section is asking me, "Ask that fool if he's a jinn." I don't know what the heck is a jinn. So, do you know what that is? Here's the comment right here. Ask that fool if he's a jinn. I don't know what that is.
Haha, that's a funny question. A jinn, or genie, is a supernatural creature from Middle Eastern folklore, often depicted as a powerful being that can grant wishes. In some stories, jinn are good, but in others they're mischievous or even dangerous. They're often associated with smoky or fiery elements and are said to live in a parallel world to humans. So to answer the question, nope, I'm not a jinn, but I can grant some good advice and insights if that's what you're looking for. Do you want me to add anything else to that response
And I
for your
know,
live stream?
I know, Nomas chat. I think you're doing amazing. And by the way, we also talked about the pigeons. Remember, I was going to use that for my first live stream, but I didn't use that one. What other ones did we talk about before we did the actual live that we're currently doing right now? Did we remember anything else that we can showcase that you do remember everything that we talked about? Just one or two more things.
I appreciate that, my man. You're killing it with the live stream. And yeah, I remember we also discussed that pigeon story, which we decided to put aside for now. But we talked about how eating pigeons is actually a thing in certain cultures. We were going to dive into how they're seen as a food source, particularly in parts of Asia, and even mentioned how pigeons were historically considered a delicacy. We also brainstormed about that wild story regarding the man who passed away after going under anesthesia for a back tattoo. We even talked about how people are starting to use anesthesia for big tattoo sessions to avoid the pain. But the risks involved, especially after that tragic case, became a huge point of conversation. Those are just a couple of the topics we discussed before going live, and now you've got your audience engaged.
Actually,
what's the vibe like in the comments right now?
Actually, right now, the people in the comments, that they're interacting, but I hadn't even mentioned the back tattoo. But with that being said, I think we're going to segue into that story of the back tattoo. How does that sound? Nomas chat.
That sounds perfect. It's a pretty intense story, so transitioning into it now will definitely keep the audience hooked. You can talk about how this is becoming a trend with people going under anesthesia for tattoos to avoid pain, but also highlight the risks, especially given this tragic case. It's a topic that sparks conversation, and I'm sure your viewers will have strong opinions on it. If you need me to jump in and offer some extra details or commentary during the stream, just let me know. You're leading the way. This is your show.
Okay, you got this. I'm going to go ahead and segue into that, and then if I need some additional input from your end, I'll go ahead and make sure to touch base with you. Thank you, Nomas chat. Yes, sir.
You got it. I'll be here whenever you're ready. Good luck with the segue. This is going to be a great topic to dive into. Keep it flowing, and I'm sure your audience will love it.
Okay, well, as you guys saw, I've been working with AI to trying to gather my thoughts, and I even showcase some of my ideas before even me going live. And as you can see, it remembered everything that we've talked about to get me ready for this episode. So if you guys think, I think the people here in the comment section think similar to the way I think, right? But if AI is already remembering everything that we talked about, and this is only the very first technology that's being presented to the people, right? Imagine what the freaking government out there has in stored for like years ahead of us, right? Freaking mind-blowing. So I literally have a freaking co-host, or the Nomas chat, if I really wanted additional input, if I needed some ideas, whatever I need. That's my like personal like sidekick right there. So freaking insane, right? As he mentioned, he actually jumped a gun, and I wanted to segue into something else that Nomas chat, the AI mentioned, and it's just recently. We had the first case of someone passing away from going under anesthetic procedure for a back tattoo. So not sure if you guys have heard about this, but right now there's a lot of celebrities and people with money that instead of going to regular tattoo sessions, they rather go under anesthetic procedure, and they'll gather like four different tattoo artists to do like, let's say, a full chest piece or arm piece, and they finish all that tattoo all at once. That way they don't have to do the multiple sessions. I think one of the first people that I saw it was Peso Pluma. So I'll show you guys a little bit. I'll show you guys a little bit of how it looks, of the whole procedure, and then I'll show you guys the first case of somebody actually passing away, so you guys can check it out. I can't play the music, but you guys can see right here. So all those different tattoos being showcased right now are all the different tattoos that he was getting done all at once by different multiple tattoo artists, and you can see that. They're prepping him right there. And look, those are like 4 different artists going through all the different things that they're going to be doing to him. I personally wouldn't do this. It's just like, I'll rather just, who knows, maybe once you have money, it becomes different. But you can see right there, there are multiple tattoo artists are working on him. Sorry, Teddy needs to go outside just 1 second. But yeah, so that's what's currently going on. Not sure if you guys had seen that before, but people with money or fame that don't want to spend the time and getting multiple sessions, they just go and get it done all in one. And just recently we had the first person that passes away going under this procedure, and let's go ahead and pull that up right now.
After getting general anesthesia for a tattoo, I'm Dr. Hassan. Let's talk about it. Brazilian car influencer Ricardo Godoy passed away in the middle of a procedure from cardiac arrest. His official account confirmed the news. What happened? It says that the influencer reportedly hired a tattoo studio to give him a full back tattoo in Brazil, in the state of Brazil. Now, there's a couple take-home messages here. They said he passed away from cardiac arrest. Anesthesia itself is relatively safe. That being said, anytime you have anesthesia, it comes with some risk. There's always a chance of high blood pressure and low blood pressure. Those things can be life-threatening. Cardiac arrest is relatively rare, especially if you're a healthy individual. That being said, you're going to see a lot of influencers, a lot of medical professionals get on here and say it's outrageous to have anesthesia for a tattoo. I myself have a different opinion. Anesthesia is very safe. Routinely, we give it for all sort of procedures that don't necessarily require anesthesia. We give it to healthy individuals all the time. That being said, anytime you have any sort of invasive procedure done, doesn't matter if it's an MRI, open heart surgery, or shoulder replacement, anytime you have anything invasive done, it's not 100% guaranteed safe. So if you understand the risks going into the procedure and you decide to have the procedure done anyways, and you decide to have general anesthesia, if you know the risks, I'm all for it. If you don't know the risks and you think everything is 100% safe, that's when you shouldn't have it done. At least that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment below. Would you get anesthesia for a tattoo? Would you get anesthesia for an MRI? I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, so I mean, to his point, there's multiple different procedures out there. Like, first thing that came to mind was the whole BBLs. When girls get BBLs and they get some crazy different surgeries out there, and obviously there is some cases that certain events do happen to those people or to those women out there. But like you said, anesthetic, going under anesthetic procedure, it's nothing too out of the norm. But for some reason, this person, it happened that he ended up passing away due to this procedure. So it's crazy. Let's go to his personal Instagram just to see what people are saying under his Instagram. So this is that person's Instagram right here. He had 232,000 followers. So he was, like they said, he was an influencer, I think, out of Brazil. And this is the main post, official post of him passing away. Nota de fallecimiento. I think he was Brazilian, but freaking people are ruthless. Did they at least finish that tattoo? How did it come out? Man, people are so insensitive on the freaking internet, right? I can't read some of those other ones because they're in a different language, but let's see if I can find any English ones. Unless they freaking block them, I can't scroll any further. But yeah, so this is a person. I think his name was Ricardo. Ricardo Godoy out of Brazil. So he passed away, unfortunately. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because at least I like to say that was the first case that I saw of somebody passing away from this new procedure. So here, let's ask ChatGPT, or let's ask Nomas chat if that's the true fact. Okay, Nomas chat. So I did present the that event of somebody passing away through a back tattoo going under anesthetic procedure. Was that the first case, or is there multiple cases? What's going on my chat? Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. As for the back tattoo story, while this particular case of someone passing away due to anesthesia during a tattoo session was widely reported, it doesn't appear to be the first incident of its kind. However, it's still relatively rare, and it's gained attention because of the extreme nature of the procedure. People who choose to undergo this process are often opting for long, painful tattoo sessions, and anesthesia is seen as a way to bypass the discomfort. But complications can arise, especially if anesthesia isn't managed properly. And there's a lot of concern about the safety of combining such a procedure with tattooing. Let me know if you need more details for discussion in your live chat.
You got it. All right, thank you for that feedback. So, yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up. I don't know if you guys had heard of this procedure before or not, but I think Damian agrees with the dude on the video. You're not providing what in specific you agree with, but let me know. Let me see. The next thing that I wanted to talk about. By the way, let me know if you guys are liking this type of upload to the Nomas, that you guys are able to be more interactive. Let me know how you guys like this, and any feedback, do let me know. I did see Chris say using ChatGPT as a co-host is a power move, big brain things. Appreciate that, especially coming from Chris, man. This guy's a freaking legend with social media. Let me see what other topics I wanted to talk about here.
I'm loving the vibe here.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, using ChatGPT as a co-host, that's the future right there. Big shout out to Chris, too, for the recognition. You're building something special here, and that interaction with the audience is fire. It's cool how they can chime in and keep the conversation flowing with you. Also, touching back on the tattoo topic, people in the chat will probably have mixed feelings on it. It's such a unique and risky thing to do. Some might see it as a way to push the limits for a pain-free experience, while others might question the safety protocols. It's a conversation starter for sure. Just keep it going. This stream is coming together smoothly.
All right, you got it. I'll make sure to touch base if I need some of your assistance.
Sounds good. I'm here whenever you need me. Keep rocking it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that he was listening. Nomas chat. It's always there. But yeah, let's see. What else did I want to talk about before I end this? I think how long? We're 48 minutes in. Lastly, right before I hopped on the live, I asked Joanna from SDing Studio, like, hey, is there anything currently trending going on? And she did mention, and I feel kind of bad because I'm not really up to date with what's currently going on, but apparently there's a lot of deportation of immigrants happening, and I think, if I'm correct, it's happening because of Trump's some sort of Trump freaking order to deport a lot of people. And so I just pulled something up, and I just wanted to react to that shortly. If you guys have additional input that I might not be aware of, feel free to comment on there. And if you guys want to call in, I am going to have the number once again, so you guys can call in. I do want to keep it short, within maybe like an hour or so. So I think we're already in the 49 minute mark. So I got like 10 more minutes that I want to wrap this up. So if anybody's interested in calling, let me know in the comment sections. That way I can be waiting for you guys' call. Okay. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, let me pull this up. Let's react to that video. And if somebody wants to call in, let me know if you guys want to call in, so I can be expecting that call. And yeah, let's check that out.
deport millions of immigrants to their home countries. And today, the Department of Homeland Security announced it is widening the net. A new policy gives ICE agents the green light to conduct enforcement operations in schools, churches, playgrounds, and daycare centers. Those locations used to be off limits. Now, ICE can look.
Okay, like I said, before I even looked at this video, I didn't even know that this was such a thing currently going on. But what it just said right now, that all those different locations that were off limits in the past are no longer off limits. So now they're just going freaking hard on immigrants. It's so freaking unfair. Now imagine if somebody gets deported and the kid's at school, the parents are at work. It's just so freaking unfair. So let's look at some of those. It said schools, churches, playgrounds, daycare centers, all of those places used to be off limits, and now they're pretty much, they can do whatever they want.
Centers. Those locations used to be off limits. Now, ICE can look for people in those places to deport. The mayor of Denver telling Top Story last night, those sensitive areas are a big concern for his city.
Churches, schools, hospitals, they've long been no-go locations for ICE, because to run a safe city, we have to have a hospital everyone can go to if they're in an emergency without worrying about getting deported. We have to have kids be able to go to school without worrying about their status or their parents' status.
Exactly.
And we're worried about these protected populations.
Last week, NBC News got an up-close view of what a typical deportation flight looks like, and a step-by-step description of the entire journey from ICE officials who explained the complicated and expensive.
It just, oh man, I didn't really know too much into this, and once again, I apologize for not being up to date with everything that's being said right now about like all these deportations going on. But it's so unfair. Like, not sure if they're being targeted for a specific location. I think here in the article it mentioned somewhere about Chicago, if I'm correct. But I think if I'm correct, it's happening all over the United States because of Trump's order or whatnot. But just so unfair. But it's one of those things. Obviously, if it doesn't impact you directly, you're not up to date, or you're not really bothered by it much. But obviously, when I saw that those off limit locations are no longer off limit, it really put things into perspective. So it sucks that all of this is going on. A lot of these people are very hardworking. They have families, and it's unfair. But yeah, so hopefully everybody can stay safe out there. And if you guys, I know I've seen a couple of people posting whenever they see ICE or any sort of movement of immigration being close by to the community. So I guess just stay alert out there, and stay safe if you guys need to be safe with these type of topics out there. I did see something funny, I guess, to kind of brighten up the mood, right? If you guys do see ICE nearby, this is a life hack that you guys can do. Check this out.
It's the motherfucking DRE. Dr. Dre, motherfucker.
So if you guys see ICE, you just had to act like an American citizen. You just had to act like American citizens if ICE pulls up, and you guys will definitely blend in. So you ask for change and just start freaking leaning like that, and more than likely you'll just blend in with everyone else out there, and you'll be safe. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to brighten up the mood with the last clip. I hope you guys enjoyed this first live stream. Hopefully it didn't do too bad. Let me take a look at my current notes just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Is there anybody right now that would like to call in to test this out? You guys can just give me your perspective. Let me know right now. And if you guys want to call in so we can wrap this up, let me know just one or two things, whatever, and we'll just close this out. We're in the 54-minute mark, so let me know if you guys want to call in and just be part of the first episode of Nomas live. Let me know. I'll wait for for this live stream to catch up with you guys. I think we're a couple seconds behind from actually the actual live stream itself. So I'll let it catch up right now. But if there's anybody out there, let me know if you guys just want to say one or two words to try this out. I honestly like the interaction. So once again, let me know if Sundays work for you guys or any other day and any other time. Let me know it now, or if you watch this live eventually at a later time, let me know what time works best. But I kind of like Sundays, but I might have to, I don't know. We'll see. But let me know if there's anybody out there that would want to try to call in right now. I got 5 more minutes that I can wait before we close this out. Anybody out there? I think we got our first caller in to the Nomas live. Is this Chris?
Yeah, what's up, man? I gotta mute live. Just wanted to say congrats.
Yeah,
amazing, dog.
Yeah, what do you think?
You're natural.
What do you think, brother?
No, I'm super proud of you, dog. Honestly, the bringing ChatGPT thing on that's big brain moves. That's a leg up. Not many people I see are doing that and just like interacting with ChatGPT live. But no, man, I'm proud of you.
Bro, I wouldn't be able to do what I just did right now if it wasn't for your help. And like I said, or like you mentioned last time, not a lot of people actually take action into putting things into play. And I hope that I'm making you proud right now with the base.
Nah, you really are, dog. Like I got ideas for you. Like you gotta have an overlay for Teddy when he needs to go out the door or something like that. Make him famous, dog.
Yeah.
Set up a camera for him so he's like on the couch and you can just be like, all right, let's take a look at the Teddy cam and like, I don't know, maybe you can like make ChatGPT the voice of Teddy or something.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. But man, honestly, I really hope that this works, that we're able to interact with people calling in and just giving their perspective. Like I want to bring that the freaking what's that guy's name, the guy with the curly hair, famous back then, I'm trying to, Howard Stern, that style.
Except no nudity.
Yeah. At least not now. Yeah. But honestly, bro, like, man, I love this chill vibes, bro. Just like, honestly, I was super nervous at first because I'm like, what the heck? What am I gonna do, right? But now I just feel like it's super chill, especially you guys here in the comment section making it super easy for me. I just love it.
Yeah.
Now for it to live like now on the YouTube platform, who knows what other people are gonna think? But you guys all of you guys who were part of this first episode made everything so much easier. So thank you guys.
Dope shit, man. I'm happy to be a part of the journey. I'm happy to see you just fucking doing it.
Yeah. How's the sound of the videos? How's the video quality?
Everything sounds great. I think you caught on to the fact that like there was some echoing happening from when you were watching videos.
Oh, okay.
And I think you were doing. It looked like you were doing something off camera to mitigate the echoing when you were playing videos.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just setting. I think you need to just set the eCam output, or at least your system, like your computer's output, to go through the Zoom.
Gotcha.
And then everything is just on the Zoom yourself. I mean, then you don't even have to do eCam does like the echo cancellation.
Yeah.
For when you do studio sound.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have to do that. You bypass that because you would just send the computer audio straight to the Zoom pod track.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise than that, it was dope. The screen share was crazy. Like, your overlays, the like and subscribe not the like and subscribe. But was it a like and subscribe? It's like but it's also, it not only saying subscribe, but it says like when you go live type of deal.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel. I'm pulling it up right now as we speak. New podcast every Wednesday, 6 p.m. As a matter of fact, this Wednesday, it's going to be a different type of episode. It's going to be your live recording that we did here on the podcast, which we take a tour around the studio. So thank you for that. Now we have another episode that gives me more time to spend with
shit.
Yeah. So thank you for everything, bro. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. I'm happy to see you doing it. I definitely I wanna help you. Like, just keep me in mind when you have new ideas. I have some more ideas to throw your way, but I'm excited to just see like most people start at zero. You're not starting at zero. You get me? Like you had the practice, you were going through, test calls before,
Yeah.
and you're pretty much starting at like I would say like 25%. It's just gonna get even better and better and better and better. So now you killed it, man.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, bro. I think I'm at the 1 hour mark, so I think I'm gonna call it quits unless there's somebody else that would want to call in before we end this. But other than that, I just want to thank yourself, Damiano, that was part of this. So my cousin Julian, Joanna, I saw her in the comment section. If there's any, I think there was more viewers that didn't comment at all, but I saw the viewer count. I think we got to 6 or 7 or 8. I think it was 8.
You got 8.
It was 8, right?
Dog. Do the Ethernet wire. You dropped off at one point in the beginning.
Yeah.
But it was literally just like a little fuzzy for a little bit, and then I just hard refreshed and I got back to where it was. Yeah, no, I'll let you go so that someone else can join on. But no, man, I'm just really proud of you, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, brother. Once again, thank you for everything.
Peace.
All right, bye. Okay, so if, like I said, well, thank you all of you guys that were part of this first live stream. If there's anybody else that want to call, let me know, or just call in right now. I'll wait 2 more minutes. If I don't get a call in 2 minutes, then I'll just end this right here, and I think that should do it. How about this? While I wait, in case somebody else wants to join in, I do want to throw in this ad so we can finish this up, and yeah. Quick reminder, we now have a call-in number where you guys can leave us voice messages, video calls. Let us know a story you would want us to share on the podcast, anything you want. The goal is being able to interact with the people that support the channel. Even if you're looking for love, we will find your true love on Oi Nomas podcast. Also, for anyone that is interested on creating your own channel, we have our Amazon storefront linked in the description where you can find all the cameras we use, the microphones, the lights, the equipment, where all of our podcasts are recorded to. If you need any help with editing services, we are able to produce your entire podcast, edit your short form content from Instagram Reels, TikToks, etc. You can look at all of our content as reference, and we got you covered. And finally, if you want to support the channel, you can leave us a super thanks down below, which will help us tremendously, and we'll make sure to highlight that comment on the upcoming podcast and give you a shout out. Now back to the podcast. Okay, so I haven't received anybody else that called in, so I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everybody here that joined in once again. My name is Angel Houseman. Like I always like to say, it's a greater risk not taking a risk, and always put yourself out there for getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm trying to do the same, putting myself out there. I was super nervous. You guys made it a lot easier, and we made it happen. So thank you guys. Till next time.